Hello, family. Welcome to Wozer TV. It is another time for us to react to the excerpts from this great man of God, Dr. Abel Damina. The name is Revivalist, Jude, Ababio. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Do not forget to also leave your comments. Most importantly, do not forget to share so that everybody can also have access to this particular channel and to this sermon. So stay tuned as we react to this excerpt from the man of God, Dr. Abel Damina.
Satan cannot tempt you except in the area of your desire. Where you don't have desire, you cannot be tempted. For example, me, even if I see a naked man, I won't be tempted. I'll just say, dress up, dress up, dress up. What's the problem with you? That's all. I won't even think about it. Okay? But if I see a naked woman, I'll be tempted. Because I'm drawn. Because I'm a normal man. It's only an abnormal man that will be tempted by another man. A normal man will be tempted by a woman. And any man that a woman does not tempt needs deliverance. Especially a beautiful woman. You know, it's only me that can tell you this kind of thing, right? Every man is tempted. Are you a man? Yes. Temptation is not a sin. Temptation is not a sin. Jesus was tempted, but he was without sin. So temptation is not a sin. Every man is tempted when he's drawn away of his own lust. So when I am tempted and I dwell on it and I stay on it, it will give birth to a child called sin. But if I'm tempted and I don't stay on it and I move away from it, it will not produce a child called sin. So therefore, it cannot produce death. If I see a beautiful woman, wow, wonderful, I take my eyes away and move on. I was tempted, but I did not allow it to draw me. When a woman sees a handsome man and she goes like, wow, and she takes her eyes off, she's tempted but did not yield. So the temptation did not draw her. So therefore it didn't have time to conceive. Because before it conceived, it was distracted. I'm teaching here. Every man is tempted when he's drawn away of his own lust. Then when lust has conceived, so the lust must have time to conceive. When you now sit down and calculate, how am I going to carry it out? You calculate and plan and strategize. That's conception period. Then when you have strategized, it is when you execute the strategy that it is called sin. And once it produces sin, you can't stop the
Precious one, welcome back from watching this excerpt with me from Dr. Abel Damina. Temptation is not a sin. Is it really true? Because I've also heard others say that the reason why they keep on sinning is because they keep on getting tempted. So temptation all around them, and that is why they also keep on sinning. But the man of God is explaining to us that temptation in itself is not a sin. You see, as a matter of truth, I personally also believe that you cannot be tempted by anybody, but we are only tempted by our desires. It is our desires that draws us to be tempted. God doesn't tempt anyone. So it is our desires that sends us into temptation. So the man of God made a statement that when he sees a lady, okay, and the lady is very beautiful, his desire will draw him to the lady. And it is normal for you to appreciate the beauty of that lady. But if you stay in that desire, then that is where you are moving to giving birth to sin. Okay, so the temptation in itself is not a sin. As a matter of truth, Jesus himself was tempted. So if temptation is a sin, then that means that Jesus sinned. So though Jesus was tempted, he did not sin. Okay, and then the word of God in the book of James makes us to understand, like I quoted earlier, that God does not tempt anyone. So let us be mindful of the way we think, the way we do things at times, okay? Because it is our own desires that draw us to be tempted. Now, after we have been tempted by our desires, okay, our desires, what causes us to sin is our actions that follows. So I see a young lady that is very beautiful, and I admire this lady a lot. That is the end. It is okay. I've not been tempted. But if I continue, I persistently, now I begin to call this lady, I begin to talk to this lady. At the end of the day, I'm going to sin. I may probably have an affair with this lady. And that is where the sin aspect comes in. So it is your action that leads you to sin. It is what you do when the temptation comes. That is what will determine as to whether it is a sin or not. But the temptation in itself is not a sin. I believe you've been blessed by this, except by this message, and I believe that your doubts are now cleared. However, if you still think that there is something that you didn't get well, you can ask at the comment section, leave it at the comment section. Let us deal with it for you. The name is Revivalist Jude Ababio. This is Wozer TV. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Do not forget to leave a comment. Do not forget to like. And also, most importantly, share the link. Let everybody have access to this excerpt, and let everybody also have access to this channel. We'll come your way some other time. Stay blessed and be on top. Bye for now.